Hello, fellow watchers and enjoyers. Ash and Piggy here again to bring you another edition of Walford on Tap. Today we're going to be discussing the 8th of November episode of EastEnders, where not much happened really. It was another one of the week. It's a slow week, this one. It's a very slow week. We're building up to the Thursday. It's going to be big. It's going to be a big fire. Will somebody die?
No.
Yeah, probably not, honestly. I mean, there's no reason as to why anybody would be in there.
Someone's just locked in the toilet. He's been there for like 12 hours.
Other than Bobby just like, oh, fuck, it's on fire. Which obviously we've seen images of.
Maybe someone comes in and tries to save Bobby and they perish. Maybe.
Yeah, but ultimately it's just kind of...
It's a mid-fire, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Because to me, someone has to die in a fire in EastEnders or in
yeah.
subs. Like, even if it's fucking shrimpy. Like, who's going to give a shit? Like, let's be honest. You don't have to kill off your A-list actors. You can kill off your B characters like Karen. Because who's going to give a shit?
Yeah, but I don't know, I feel like EastEnders has been quite light on a lot of the deaths and the tragedies. Like, this year we've only seen Lola die. I think that's it.
And Peach.
Yeah, but otherwise, it's been a very light on the deaths, obviously building up towards Christmas. You don't really want it all, like, fucking scattered in the same spots.
I guess so.
So it'll be kind of, because obviously the death at Christmas will be the one that means the most, right? It's going to set the scene for the next year of the soap. And, oh, bless you, mate.
Thanks.
So it'll be a big kind of, I don't know. I want someone to die. It sounds fucked up, but I want someone to die.
But the problem is, we can say that because we don't want the actors or actresses to die. We just want the person on the square to die. Like,
yeah.
But let's be honest, it doesn't have to be like fucking Rocky Cotton dies in the fire. It can be someone like, again, Shrimpy. Or Johnny B, who's in the background, who's in the Queen Vic, who obviously goes, "Way up the phones."
Obviously, I think the more interesting part is about the guilt. The guilt from Rocky,
Well, Rocky could run in and try and save Bobby and he perishes, but probably not.
Nah.
How I imagine it will go, I'll get into the episode in a minute, but how I imagine it would go is that there will be, because obviously they want the 6 women to have an enemy each, so we all know the enemies for the remaining 4. It's just Keanu, it's just Sharon and Kathy that are left. Let's be honest, it is just them two. And I feel like you're building up to the fact that you're going to have, of course, Sharon's enemy is going to be Keanu on Christmas Day, and Kathy's is definitely going to be Rocky. So I feel like Rocky is going to set the fire. We all know he sets the fire. The Duff was the plug, which is my opinion.
The faulty electrics.
I just like to imagine it was the plug. The plug stole the show. And basically, Kathy's going to find out near Christmas or on Christmas Day that he set the fire. Ian's going to be like, "Why'd you do that, mate? Come on, fuck off." And then he fucks off. And he either takes the insurance money, he pays Nish off, or they do a Vincent to him. You know what I mean by Vincent? The guy who was abducted in the car and then killed. Where they basically, Nish hires people, he doesn't do it himself, he hires people, they grab him, and they get Cathy to pay off the loan. She does that, of course. They grab Rocky, they put him in the back of a car, potato sack on the head, and then he disappears. And then, like, in 10 years, if you want to bring him back, you can bring him back.
Imagine you think the way Rocky's probably going to leave. I don't think he's going to die, but I do think he's just going to fuck off. Like, I'm imagining a Frank Butcher type exit for Rocky where he just has to leave because Kathy's had enough of his shit. Like, it's like, you lied to me one more time, Rocky. He's lied about 10 times since. And I also think that the Joe Cotton, I think that stuff's been... I don't know if that's been shelved because I guess his exit wasn't as planned as we thought. But you would imagine that if he was sticking around, we would have seen more of his ex-wife. We would have seen more of that. But
I just want to know why he left. Like, it's unknown why he left. Because why would you want to leave a soap in your 60s when all you have to do is show up once every... Like, he's not more like Stacey. Stacey has about 60 scenes to film a week. Rocky at most probably has about 30, let's be honest. He is half. So, like, you have a very... I'm not going to say it's a cushy job, it's not. But you have a very easy...
It's a lot of hard work, but
in
Still
comparison,
good money,
yeah, why
paid
would
by
you leave it?
episode. You know,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's costly, but in comparison
I mean,
to, like,
I'm
Stacey,
sure there's some reason. I'm sure if you go the bulk of your life not really having, as an actor, you obviously don't have that much consistent work, you know. It's not every day you get to be involved in a really long-running serial, like, TV show. Let's just, I think that's I fucked up his name, but something like that. That's not him. Hold on.
it's that Eric Foreman's dad.
And Brian Conley. Oh yeah. Yeah, like he doesn't seem like he's done. How many episodes has he appeared in? He's appeared in. It doesn't actually fucking tell us. Oh well, fair enough. It's not always that big. You know, he's in his 60s. He's done a decent amount. And you know, you're in your late, you're in the early 60s. You just go, you know what? Fuck this. I'm good, bud. I'm fucking good, bud. No, like you're an actor by trade. You don't get that much consistent work, and being there for over 2 years, I said, look, it's a hefty fucking schedule. If you're as high profile as Rocky has been.
I understand, but it's just like, why would you want to leave? Like, unless, because I don't feel like they wanted to axe Rocky. In my opinion, I feel like it's
they would have kept him around for years. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he was going to be the old couple. I was going to say with Gene, that's Harvey. Sorry, wrong one. But I felt like they were going to be the old couple, him and Kathy. They grow old together. They die together. But it just seems like it was like Rocky has said something we don't like. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, but yeah, let's kind of mention what actually happened in the episode. This episode is focused on Rocky, of course, where he starts off, he finds a pound in the cafe as Harvey's like, you better not fucking set it on fire. And he's like, yeah, it's not, but I'm feeling lucky. So he goes to the fucking Minute Mart and he buys a scratch card. He wins £10. And then he goes to the bookies and he makes a £10 bet and it wins. And then he bets again and again and again until he's there, 500 quid in his pocket, ready to pay Nish the first instalment. Boom. Patrick comes in like, whoa, I've got the tip of a century, mate. You better fucking catch this one. And we don't actually see him place the bet on this one, so it's a bit ambiguous as to whether he actually placed it. Then obviously you see in a little bit, he obviously fucking took the bet because, you know, he is a gambling addict. You go, oh, this is a surefire bet, and you're like, whoa, surefire bet. Fucking yeah, boy. Have it all. And he bet all his money on it. All 500 quid on a sure thing. Come on now.
Basically, yeah, that's Rocky's like entire section. We also see Harvey is like, yeah, I got a payment loan. You pay me 100 quid a week, cover it. And Patrick comes in and he's like, yeah, man, he bet 500 quid in a horse, man. And then obviously that upsets Harvey.
Well, yeah, because obviously he's taking out a payday loan on his own account to try help him, and he's like, well, I gambled all that 500 quid away. And it's like, you can't be helped.
And then basically, so he has an argument with Harvey, and my God, the ending line is brilliant to me. No one respects you, not even Gene. And Harvey's like, alright, fuck off, man.
Well, yeah, because obviously, you know, Rocky's down on his luck. He's feeling cornered. He's feeling trapped. He's feeling desperate. So he has to fucking lash out at Harvey because it's the only thing that's going to make him feel moderately better in this situation. And obviously, later on, you see him with Nish. And, you know, Rocky and Nish have a bit of a confrontation. Like, why do you get off on making everybody feel small? And he's like, I don't. I just want to be respected. And, yeah, Rocky is at the end of the episode, find himself about to, make it so the fuse doesn't, trip. And yeah, he's gonna set that fucking cafe on fire. Fortunately, nobody's in there. But yeah, I suppose otherwise in this episode, as I say, this has gone a good 9 minutes now, so we can probably swiftly get through the rest of it. We also see the Reese and Sonia stuff happen, and I'll be honest, lads, I'm finally out on Reese. I've finally had enough. Like, he's just too. I get why people dislike Reese because he's too awkward. He's too awkward to fucking be reasonable. Like, if you ask Reese if he can, like, fucking put the post through his letterbox, he'd, like, fucking do a handstand, put one arm through, get the other under the door and go, yep, got it, boys. I was like, you just have to fucking put it in the hole, man.
I understand the criticism of Reese, but I need someone to latch on to. Just like on Strictly with Leighton and Nikita, I need someone to latch on to. So, latch onto. So yeah, I will admit he is getting annoying. I feel like Chris Crenshaw, I don't want to say he's giving in to the fans, but it's definitely going.
Well, they've always been setting him up as a kind of weird, like, morally ambiguous character. Where it's like, yeah, I want to family you, Sonia, and it's all wholesome, but also I'm stealing from my wife, who can't object, you know? Like, it's always been a bit of a weird grey area with Reese, so we probably are going to expect to see that ramp up a little bit more. Someone suggested, and people are suggesting this sort of shit for a while, it's like, oh, what if he's abusive? It's like, oh, fucking hell, are we really going to do that? I fucking hope not.
But my from what I've read is Chris Crenshaw has stated that they have planned a bit of more of a dark, though you will see a bit more of a dark side for Rocky, or not Rocky, Reese, and basically in coming 2024, and yeah, and basically, so we're probably gonna see his wife wake up, and his wife's gonna be like, Reese, there's 20 grand gone out of the account.
I suppose to actually give the context, we didn't actually talk about it. Essentially, Reese is just very, like, basically, he doesn't really trust Sonia to get this done right. And obviously, he's worried about the money because he stole it from his wife. And so, you know, he's taking every single step as if it's their last chance of IVF. Despite the fact that he's the one who is infertile. Yeah. You know, like... like, and obviously this is a bit grating for Sonia because she's like, fuck off, Reese. Just fuck off, please. I've had enough. Oh yeah, as dog, I'm not stroking myself. He's just kind of like, fuck. She's just like, fuck right off. I don't care about your weird fucking, just all of it. Just all of it's getting too much for him. Anything else happen in this? Oh, and the Dean and the Peter stuff. Dean is kind of he's being a bit manipulative. He's trying to keep Peter on side because he knows, well, I don't know, it's just he needs as many allies as he can get, right? And Peter's trying to be like, mate, I'm not your friend, and then obviously he's like, were you not doing the logos and stuff? It's gonna be a lot, and how are you gonna feel tanking your family's business, you know? Like, and he's like, wait, hold on. And then Dean's like, oh, that's great, you know. And obviously Gina sees this and is immediately annoyed because, you know, he's still friendly with a rapist.
Yeah, we were, just to touch on this briefly, we were looking at Reddit to see videos. And we seen some interesting videos. And then this one guy, there was two guys. One guy just went on a fat boy rant about Chris Crenshaw he has to bring back Fat Boy, bit extreme. And then the other one was Dean should deserve a redemption act. You guys don't know that Dean's not lasting more than a month. He's going to be dead by the 25th of December, we think. I'll always say we'll think. So, like, how the fuck would you squeeze a redemption?
Well, no, it's saying to not get a redemption act.
Saying not to get. Oh, that's.
It's saying that she shouldn't get. Well, essentially, it's because a lot of rape cases generally never get the satisfying conclusion.
Oh, right.
In most instances, never even goes to court or anything. Like, most people just deal with it and have to move on and deal with that trauma each day. Like, it doesn't. It's rarely ever. It's one of the cases where it's kind of like he said, she said. You know, it's very hard to prove something like that. And in some places that may not respect women as much. Like in that thread as well, someone said, oh, someone had it overturned because she bought a new pair of underwear that night. And then the fucking court ruled in favour of the man because she was clearly asking for it. And it's like, oh, fuck me. the system's just a bit too fucked to actually deal with these cases with any degree of actual severity.
I'm going to sit like this now.
And a whole lot of bias.
So now we look like a family photograph.
It's just a absolute criminal thing, and it's fucking shit. But ultimately, Dean is not going to get a redemption arc. He's clearly a bad guy. He's clearly a villain in this storyline, and we will all be happy when he dies on Christmas.
Might be Keanu. Probably.
It's definitely not. But there we are. Thank you for watching another episode of Walford on Tap. Let's not plug everything. We plug everything in every single video. People know where to go, what to do, where to find us. Just the main interesting thing for us. What do you think about this episode of EastEnders? Did you like it? Do you think it was good? Or are you just kind of like, can we just get this fucking fire done, please? Because I'm not saying it feels like it's been tanking a lot of the screen time. But this week's been a bit more of a drag than it is usually. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Join us in the next one. Bye-bye.